that sound like a rocket blasting off or what? Heidi ho, everybody, and happy Wackadoodle Wednesday to y'all. How y'all doing? I know I am doing just absolutely splendiferous. Oh my goodness, it has been a day. So, how many of you didn't have to go to a job on Monday? I didn't have to go to a job on Monday, but I had to work on Monday around here. But I got some shit done, so hey, it was nice. Not near enough for a 3-day weekend, but hey, I got stuff done. And what I didn't get done, well, it'll get done eventually. So, let's see, who all do I have here? I'm going to go say hey there, hi there, ho there to y'all. I had to bump up the volume just a skosh. Let me know if it's, kind of reverberating or echoing or whatever, because that's what I'm going for. Not really, but you know me. I like pushing buttons. I got a nasty habit of doing that. Okay, over here on Fakeybook. Wow, the crowd is growing. Woo-woo! I have some wonderful friends over there, though, so, Okay, over here, I see Gary L. is over here, as well as Trish. Hey there, lady from down under. As well as lovely Mary B. I know that's a socky British accent, but what the hell. I also see Nancy is over here, as well as Sheila. Hey there. How y'all doing? Gary, looks like you are surrounded by lots of lovely ladies. How's it feel, hun? I hope you're enjoying it immensely, because, there's not too many menfolk that can be surrounded by that much beauty and brains, all rolled into one little meat package. Okay, over here on the effing site, that wonderful Freedoms Network, where a lot of us go to hang out and share whatever the hell pops into our minds. Looks like the artist formerly known as Flash was having quite the little chit-chat going on in the shout box over here. Okay, those that are online, I see Grammy is over here, and I also see that Scout was over here for a while. But those that are online right now is yours truly, as well as HWR, which stands for Hitler Was Right, which I thought he was left-handed, but I don't know. And you know what? Broken clock. Although I don't know that much about Hitler other than what I've learned in history books and stuff. And I do actually have a book on Hitler that I may get to, maybe, possibly, eventually, but not right now. So I'm not real sure. I think everybody can be right once in a while. So, but, if that's your online name, hey, go for it. That's your name. It's all cool. It's all great. And actually, a lot of the things that you post, I do have a tendency to kind of go, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, well, moving on. I also see Grammy's over here, as well as the lovely Mary B. So, hey there, hi there, ho there, all you over on that effing site. I hope you are doing wonderful. I also saw a notification, bouncing around over on Informed Planet. Apparently, Jules is going to do a reboot, reset, redo kind of thing. And you know what? Sometimes those are needed. Sometimes you need to come in and look at that chalkboard and go, nope, gotta wipe it clean. Clean that bad boy off and start all over. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you need to do that. That's why a lot of people are now saying Asteroid 2016. Although Mother Gaia did not do quite a clean sweep the last time there was a massive asteroid that hit, she did a pretty damn good job of cleaning up. So, yeah, it's happened before. It can happen again. And with Shitlery getting away with some of the stuff she's getting away with, yeah, it's going to be fun. And that's pretty much all I've seen for like the last, 36 hours at least. Except for when I go out of my way to find something silly. Okay. Good job, old bean. Oh, Asteroid 2016 equals Donald Trump. Well, okay. Why are they called hemorrhoids when they're on your ass, and they're asteroids when they're out in the hemisphere? A little bit bass-ackwards, don't you think? And yeah, although I tend to call Dangleberry a butt nugget, but I think Donald Trump isn't far behind. Okay. I have absolutely, well, I can't say zero use for politicians because, well, they can be quite entertaining and they give me radio fodder. But other than that, yeah, and career politicians, oh no, oh no. The only thing I learned from them is you're a frickin' career politician, and really, seriously, how about you get a real job? I quit sponging off the rest of us. But I can't live on 172,000 a year. Really? I could live for at least 5 years on that. At least. Quite comfortably. I could have a damn good time. I could go out and get silly and buy stuff. But no, I don't make that kind of money. I don't have a printing press. Oh well. Over here in the FN, or not in the FN, in the RLM, that wonderful place where we all go to chat. And if you ain't there, then you ain't where it's at. I'm a poet. Okay, that's as close as I ever get to poetry. But, I do read it once in a while, like if I can't sleep at night. I know there's a lot of people out there going, I love poetry. I do too. It's great for putting me to sleep. It really is. It's almost as good as knitting. I could sit there with a pair of knitting needles and some yarn, and I won't even get one row done before I fall asleep. It's a good thing that those knitting needles fall off to the side, because I could put my eye out with those things. Oh, well. Back to where I was. Those that are loitering around here in the RLM, giving me static, giving me food to converse about. It starts off with Asmo, and I played his song last week, but I ain't doing it again, honey, because I don't want you to get used to it. But he's right on top. Again. He's always up there, looking down at us. I'm going to start calling you Yertle the Turtle, honey, especially if you start saying, I am king of all I survey. Ha! I also see Barman is coming in a close second, and I think Barman's probably going to be the one that belches and makes Asmo go tumble, 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 kind of like Humpty Dumpty. I know. Can you say obscure reference night? Well, it is a Wackadoodle Wednesday, and this is Grammy Mary, and so I think I'm just about the queen of obscure reference when it comes to this shit. And going off on a tangent somewhere where I had no freaking clue, or you didn't either, where the hell I was going till I got there. So, I also see the lovely Beth Z is here. Hey there, woman. How's things going in your garden? I know you've been doing lots and lots of outdoorsy work. And how is your new diet thingy going with the no grains and the no sugars? Man, I would so totally screw up on that within the first hour. I gotta have my grains. Just saying. Although I really do. I like a lot of amaranth and rye and, not necessarily wheat or corn. I do like other grains. I also see Cowboy Tech is here. And you know what? I think Cowboy Tech actually heard that I was firing up the band. You bet your sweet bippy. That's the fuel for this rocket chair. Yeehaw! I also see Grimner is here, who is the creator and brains behind Barman. But don't tell Barman that, because Barman thinks he's autonomous. Wink, wink. And looky there, the lovely Moose Girl is here. Hey there, lady. How's things going in your world? And how are those boys doing? I hope they're doing wonderful. Asmo must be the Pope on top, closer to God. Oh, the Pope is just shitting you. Kind of like bears do in the woods. Yeah, whenever he says, I'm closer to God, I'm the middleman. If you need to say anything to God, you tell me. I'll relay the message. Yeah, that's pretty much, Yeah, it's like, do bears do that in the woods? Yes, they do. I also see the lovely Kate is here. How's things down your neck of the woods, hon? Do you have a tropical heat wave going on? Or just a freaking heat wave? Because I tell you what, yesterday is triple digits out here in Booneyville. And today, close but no cookie. It only got up to 99. Damn it all. Whew. Yeah, My brain's fried. That's kind of why I am the way I am. Oh no, I can't say that. I'm like this naturally. Okay, I also see Trust No One is here. And Trust N01 is actually what that says, but I'm going to read it as Trust No One just because I think that's where he was going. You're an extremist, Beth? I love it. Yeah, that's... I couldn't do that, sweetheart. I really couldn't. Oh, really? Donald Trump is the answer to prophecy? There was a prophecy about hair, that killer hair? Or is that... I always thought that was Cousin It from the Addams Family. You know, if... Bob. Oh, how funny. I know who Bob is. Bob is one of those intelligent people that the reason why they gave him the name Bob was so he wouldn't get confused. He could spell his name frontwards or backwards and he'd still spell it right. Good job, Bob. Okay, I also see... Tangent. I also see Chloe is here. Hey there, lady. How you doing this evening? I hope you're having an absolutely splendiferous time in Hippieville. I see you're not Chloe the hippie tonight, though, but that's okay. That's okay. It's all good. And looky there, IB Don C is here as well as IB Don C Work 1, which that one's kind of sort of away, but okay, Beth, you're all in or you're all out? Alrighty. You're a hokey pokey kind of girl, huh? Or maybe not a hokey pokey. You put your left foot in, you put your left foot out, you put your left foot in, and you shake it all about. I know, I won't inflict that on you anymore, unless I decide to sing like a munchkin or something. Okay, back to saying who. Oh, a stalker. How fun. Oh, God. Vince, damn it, dude. Seriously, hump the Trump? Oh, God. You know me and my mental images. Why did you do that? Now I won't be able to sleep tonight. I'm going to have to read some poetry. Okay, I also see Java Doctor 2, the new and improved version, as well as Juana Taco. And you know what, sweetheart? Juana Taco actually sounds lovely. But I think I'm just going to have a salad this evening because I still have some salad stuff chopped up that I need to eat before it starts going ucky. Because I'm already sharing it with my bunny rabbit, and every time I open the fridge door now, she looks at me like, for me? You have food? For me? And she knows the sound of the veggie drawer pulling open, because then she gets up on her hind legs and looks at me like, you know you love me. I have my little fur baby so spoiled rotten. Yeah, I do. Okay. I also see Meister Bras here. Hey, dude. Oh, wow. I need just a sec. I needed a bit of a drink there. I got myself so excited. Meister Bra, you must have done that to me, you know, with that whole stalker thing and everything. Okay, P. Bunyan is here as well. Timber! And looky there, Rob Works. Hey, Rob, hun, can you fire up the bubbler for me, please? Sweetie, because you know I seen that video earlier today about what that marijuana does to you. I want to have one of them there experiences, if for no other reason than to regale my grandchildren with it. They need to be a little older when I do that, and hopefully at the Thanksgiving dinner table. And then I'll explain to them all how that one time at Grammy camp, Rob Works fired up a bubbler, and oh my God! It could be fun. It really could. Or it could be traumatizing for life. I don't know. But seeing as how I'm not paying for their therapy bills, It's okay. I also see Solvanor is logged in. Hey there, darling. I hope you are sawing logs right now, actually, because it's dark 30 in your neck of the woods. And looky there, the one, the only. What? No, you can't say that. You can't say one and only with Vins or Vines or Vinny or Vinez or however, because he's multiple voices and he's constantly connecting them. Constantly. Voting is a passive aggressive act of violence. Passive aggressive act. Okay. Got you there, Rob. I'm still trying to. Okay. I get that, but okay. It's Wednesday, which means my brain does not wrap around such deep thought. Deep thought. Hey, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Universe. What is the meaning of life? 42. Think about that. It's true. Actually, when you think about it, it is. Okay. I also see Alias is here. And Alias, I believe, is also from Down Under. I'm not going to do that totally shitty accent again. Because it was sucking big time. And looky there. I'm here just about rounding out the crew. But I'm not rounding out the crew because the one, the only, the most splendiferous bumblebee lady in the whole wide world. Every time I see that name, I think of that song by Blind Melon with a little bumblebee little girl tap dancing and people making fun of her until she opens the gates into Bumblebee Land. The lovely Mary B. Ah, Mary B. You know, seriously, dear, every time I see your name, I get that image in my mind. It's like Bumblebee Land. I'm so happy. And you know, I actually have a bumblebee costume, and I think there's actually a picture of me in it on Facebook. I know. It's scary. The mini Vinnies. Oh, you're where it's at? What's it, hun? Or did you forget the shh on the front of that? I know. It sounds like I sprung a leak, but honest, I didn't. Honest and for true. Okay, let me see. I got to load newest. Load newest. What's going on? Hi, Redrick. The Iraq inquiry. You know, anytime the government's going to do any kind of freaking inquiry whatsoever, you know, anytime you allow someone to investigate their own wrongdoing and then punish themselves, you know that they're not going to go, yeah, I did it, and I'm going to give myself 20 lashes with a wet noodle across my wrist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ow! Now you have to pay my psychiatric bills and all my other medical expenses until I get over the trauma of throttling myself with a wet noodle. That's the way it works, people. Anytime you expect a governmental agency to investigate someone else that is a part of the system, you should know that there's no freaking way there's ever going to be anything that even comes remotely close to what the rest of us consider justice. Or is it just me that sees that? I don't think so. There's an there's an awful lot of BS out there right now. Hey, Catherine! Woohoo! The lovely Catherine from Ireland. Ah, she's such a lovely lass. And she makes beautiful babies. Yes, her daughters are actually quite comely. Gorgeous, gorgeous little thing. They get it from their mama, don't you know? Because she's probably one of... I know so many absolutely gorgeous, sweet, beautiful souls. I've just been so blessed to fall into friendships with a lot of these people. It's like, damn, how did I get that lucky? Hi, Linda. I see you peeking in. And Mark. Hi, Mark. Okay, let's see. What else? Who did you do? I gotta check. Make sure I got all of my... and Niles is over here as well. Alrighty. Hey there, Niles. Okay, back to the home I go, and I'm going to check that feffin' with babies getting vaccines. Babies are not pin cushions, you pricks. Leave your sharp objects away from them. Oh, yay, way to go. Cousin Donna is officially, she got her house sold. It's like, damn, girlfriend, what did you do? How did you, oh, well, never mind. No worries. Very true, lovely Catherine. And my dear friend Gretchen had to go to the hospital. Damn it all. Okay. Remember to load your brain before you shoot off your mouth. What if my remembery button is broke? That's usually my problem. Remember what? Huh? Okay. Rock out Tokyo. That's right, Godzilla. It's no rain. I love that song. Okay. When you vote for anyone in a system that gets its power from violent domination of the people, you vote for violence. That is true. That is very true, Rob Works. Thank you for explaining it in a way that my brain isn't doing all pretzel boy thing. Rain not? Or rain here? Bee cleansing flights. I did not know about that. Scrubbing bubbles. Hey. That's right. Kill the bees, kill the food. But you know, the bees are not the only pollinators, but they are the major pollinator. And, well, you know, if you can take out the bees, and that means, oh, Plan B is working out quite well, don't you see? 7.2 useless eaters, right? You know, that's the other thing that really bothers me. Trust no one. They keep saying that we have entirely too many people on this planet, which, you know, there are some people that I think really need to book their tickets to elsewhere. But, I want to know, all of these people that are saying that we have entirely too many people on this planet, why are they always volunteering everybody else to be removed from this planet? I'm just curious. Why is it always everybody else's responsibility to leave the planet? And do they also realize that when everyone else leaves the planet, yes, I know you have automation and all that other fun stuff. I've read that book. It's by Isaac Asimov. You know, if you have all of these lovely little robots and automatons and everything is automated, if you remove the bulk of the population from pollinator, that's a good one, Godzilla-y. But if you remove the bulk of the population on this planet, then who is going to do your dirty work for you? Because you know somebody's going to have to do some of that. And even if you just keep enough people around to do the dirty work, eventually they're going to get tired. I know there's going to be a lot of people saying, no, they're not getting tired now. That's because we have reached critical mass on the stupidity quotient. I think Zappa was most definitely right. There's an awful lot of stupid in the universe, and a lot of it has come to roost here on planet Earth. Why? Because it's so pretty. It's got such pretty blue skies, and we can draw tic-tac-toe all over the skies. Yeah. Who works for the government? I don't work for the government. The impending pop tax doom is coming. Oh no, you mean they're going to add a tax on carbonated beverages? Drudgery of this wretchedness. Well, wow, alrighty. Ex-father-in-law, I thought of how worthless. You know, they're worth less now than they were before, and they weren't worth much before. So, yeah, got that right, brah. Okay, let me see. I got something here. that it was actually Facebook was trying to tell me this is a memory. Most of the time, the memories that they share with me are memories to links that are no longer in existence. But this one actually had a link that was still in existence. And I saw it and it was like, oh, wow. Okay, I'm not going to share the memory because, well, I'm doing it now, number one. But the other thing is, I don't like doing what Facebook tells me to do. I'm a wee bit on the spiteful side like that sometimes. Just saying. Okay, this is from CNN.com, and it is from way back in 2011. Yeah, it's like a whole 5 years ago, almost to the day. It was from yesterday. Editors, and it's permissive parents curb your brats, which I think that's why we have so much trouble nowadays. I have a kitty cat that apparently was sniffing catnip because she just weirded out on me. What the hell? Okay, back to this. Howard Cosell play-by-play of the cats underneath my feet. In any case, I'd seen a meme earlier today. I think it was earlier today, or maybe it was last night. Hell, I don't remember. About if your children are in college and words cause them to have to go to a safe room, you have officially failed as a parent. Now, I saw that and I thought, yeah, that's pretty much a clue right there. You were trying to be friends with your child when you should have been a parent. Now, that should have been apparent to most people, but adulting is hard. And being a parent is even harder. And I don't like telling my child no, because then they have a fit. And they throw things. And some of those things actually hit me and it hurts. Where's my safe room? Wah, wah, wah. So, I'm going to get to this. This is from CNN. It's by LZ Ganderson. Apparently, LZ doesn't have very much use for bratty children. And yes, I can call them bratty children because, yeah, I've been around some of them children. And my children actually had those moments occasionally. And usually when they did, I didn't tolerate it for long. Like a couple seconds. Yeah. I mean, there were some times where it was like, oh, Jesus God, I'm just going to go lock myself in the bathroom. Leave me the hell alone. But, yeah, most of the time it was, really? Seriously? I have a gnat. And I missed it. Wow. Ah. Yeah, I'm a trained professional. Don't try this at home. Unless you have internet and a headset and a broadcasting program. Oh well. Grand Rapids, Michigan. If you're the kind of parents who allow your 5-year-old to run rampant in public places like restaurants, I have what could be some rather disturbing news for you. I do not love your child. The rest of the country does not love your child either. And the reason why we're staring at you every other bite is not because we're acknowledging some sort of mutual understanding that kids will be kids, but rather we want to kill you for letting your brat ruin our dinner. Okay, I've never really been quite there, but there have been moments where I wanted to hug someone around the neck, at least until they passed out. Yeah. Or our plane ride, or our trip to the grocery store. Yeah, my eldest was one of those, although I did find it quite amusing when she was having that moment, but yeah. One of those moments where, you know, it's one of those cosmic dilemmas. Your child is saying something very inappropriate, and you're in public, but that inappropriateness is extremely hilarious. And so you have to decide, are you going to just bust a gut laughing, or are you going to look at your child and say, that was not very nice, was it? while trying not to laugh. That's really a lot harder than one might think. Just putting that out there. I failed miserably a lot of times. Wee. Okay, or the other adult-oriented establishments that you've unilaterally decided will serve as an extension of your toddler's playpen because you lack the fortitude to properly discipline them in public and at home. And you know what? If you actually discipline your children at home, odds are they don't behave like little heathens in public. Yeah, they will occasionally, but it usually takes 1 or 2 times. And then they learn, I'm not doing that shit again. you know? Oh, and we know you don't discipline them at home because you don't possess the look. If you had the look, you wouldn't need to say, sit down 1,000 times. Now, see, this reminds me of that Bill Cosby skit. I know, don't go there. Bill Cosby, crud, perv, whatever. Yeah, everybody has their dark side within them. And some people, for one reason or another, release the hounds on a daily basis. And others do not. Others maintain composure and control of the dark side. Luke, I am your father. But I remember that lovely little skit where, a lovely woman boards the airplane with 4-year-old Jeffrey, a 4-year-old. Everybody knows that Jeffrey is 4-year-old because he goes up to everybody with his sticky, gooey booger face and hands going, a 4-year-old, a 4-year-old. Yeah. We all know that child, don't we? And we all think, Jeffrey, that's Jeffrey. And every Jeffrey I know fits that description. Every single one. But we all know this. And we all of us parents have the look. If you had the look, you wouldn't need to say much of anything at all to your child. But this nonverbal cue needs to be introduced early and reinforced diligently with consequences for transgressions, just like potty training. And whenever a child throws a temper tantrum in the middle of the shopping mall, it's just as bad as his soiling his pants to spite his parents. And it stinks just as much. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I've seen a small child slap her mother in the face with an open hand only to be met with, honey, don't hit mommy. Okay, I used that close to that verbiage and probably that tone when my kids were like 9 months old. Younger than a year. Once they got older than a year, they were able to understand that we don't hit. We don't hit. He goes on to say, I've seen kids tell their parents, shut up and leave me alone at the top of their lungs. And they're not put in check. I shake my head, knowing it's only going to get worse from here, which, yeah, it is. So, if I'm sounding a bit judgmental, I assure you I'm not alone in my judgment. Remember that couple that was kicked off an Air Tran flight for being unable to control their 3-year-old back in 2007? The child threw a tantrum, refused to get in her seat, and delayed the flight by 15 minutes. In a subsequent interview with Good Morning America, the mother talked about how much more understanding the passengers were compared to the crew that removed the family. The crew has a schedule. The whole airport has a schedule. Your 3-year-old having a terminal case, or maybe not a terminal case, but a definitely temperamental case of 3-year-old itis, was throwing a monkey wrench in a massive clockwork. Dear one, it may be true, but I'm also willing to bet plenty of passengers were happy to have a much quieter flight. An AirTran spokesperson estimated 95% of the 9,000 emails the airline received were supportive of taking the family off the plane, according to MSNBC, which I would have been supportive. You have a child that's having hissy fits like that. I think the way the parents learn to have a little bit more control over your child, because seriously, parents, when they're little like that, they need to learn boundaries. It's as they get older and they take on more responsibility, aka picking up after themselves, helping mommy with the dishwasher, helping mommy load the washer or take the stuff out of the dryer, or even holding the dustpan while mommy's sweeping the floor. You know, as they earn more responsibilities or they earn more, they things that they can do, cripes, brain fart. But yeah, the more responsible they behave, then, and don't be telling me that I'm training children to be little drones, because they need to learn how to play well with others. And part of the process of playing well with others is learning that you can't always have your way. And sometimes throwing a hissy fit will make everyone leave you alone. You want to have a hissy fit? Fine. I'll put you in your room and shut the door, and you can hissy and fit to your little old heart's desire. I don't have to listen to it. Responding to complaints about crying babies keeping people awake, Malaysian Airlines decided to ban infants from first class in some of its flights. Part of that is because babies have a hard time with the ears popping and stuff, which if you are nursing your child, nurse your child during takeoff and landing. That will help the baby because the sucking action. Or if you're bottle feeding, give the baby a bottle or a pacifier or whatever. But that will help them pop the ears, so it's not quite as painful an experience for them, because they don't know what's going on. It hurts, and so they're crying. Just putting that little pointer out there. I don't know about you, but I would gladly support an airline or restaurant that didn't make someone else's yelling, screaming, kicking offspring my problem. Which, you go to any fast food restaurant and yeah. And yes, I know, parents need to eat out, and sometimes parents need to take their children out to eat, but parents need to teach their children that there is such a thing as appropriate behavior in public. Period. Actually, it's appropriate behavior anywhere, but especially in public. Okay. Children are wonderful, but they are not the center of the universe. The sooner their parents make them understand that, the better off we all will be. This is not part of the child rearing people don't like to discuss, but it's not okay to dislike kids. Yeah, I know. It's not socially acceptable, is it? Well, I know an awful lot of people that don't like kids and therefore don't have kids. And hey, that's your choice. Go for it. The ugly truth is it's the spineless parent who parade their undisciplined children around like royalty that make people dislike kids. Yeah. Even those of us that like kids dislike certain children simply because of their parents and the actions that the parents do not take. Parents who expect complete strangers to just deal with it are not doing anyone, including their children, any favors. They're actually making things worse. Not only are their children allowed to interrupt social events and settings when they're young, but they often grow into disruptive forces in classrooms later. Where's my safe room? And nobody likes them for that. No. I'm offended. I'm gonna call my mommy. Yeah, those are the people that grew up. These little 3-year-olds, the little Jeffreys of the world, they all grew up to be, I need my safe room. This author also covered education for years, and one of the biggest complaints from teachers was about the amount of time they spend disciplining students. Their threats were empty because parents sided with their kids. My kid wouldn't do that. Not my child. Really? Whenever I got a phone call from a teacher, it was like, okay, what'd she do this time? Because, trust me, I worked at the school for a while. I was one of them their lunchroom ladies. And I know my children. And I know their playmates. And so when I would get a phone call from a teacher, usually the first thing out of my mouth was, what'd she do this time? And then if I thought the teacher was blowing smoke up my ass, and I would say, excuse me, seriously, that was my child that did that? Well, I guess I'm going to have to bring my child up, and we're going to have a little sit down, aren't we? And you're going to have to face my child, and she's going to have to face her accuser. Huh? Don't you think? We're going to get this shit ironed out, aren't we? Of course, I expect you to have all of the other children that were present when this happened there, so that we can get everybody's input. And none of this talking to them all separately. I want them all together at once and all going, what? Huh? No. Huh? Yeah, that's usually the best way to do it. Don't talk to them all separately, because a lot of times the other ones then get a chance to coordinate their story. No, you throw them all in a room at once when they don't have a chance to get their story straight. And then you go, okay, this is what happened. Of course, you got to understand body language of children too. But you get them all in a room together and you say, all righty, something got broke. And y'all were there when it happened. And we're all going to stay here till somebody fesses up. And we're all going to sit here looking at each other, aren't we? This is going to be fun, isn't it? A lot of times it didn't take long. Or you could do the method that my dad did. You know, if nobody fessed up, well, fine. Belt come off. We all got it. Yeah. Oh, joy, oh, bliss. But yeah, I'm sure teachers have a blast with this shit. And yeah, people, those of you that are not parenting your children, that are not teaching your children what is proper, what is acceptable, how to be a somewhat decent human being, when they get into school, they're little butt munches. Yeah, they are. And they screw it up for the rest of the kids, which is why we have paras out the yin-yang, which is why we have absolutely zero tolerance of anything at school anymore, because it's no longer punish little Johnny for doing something wrong. Now it's punish the whole fucking school. There's your first F-bomb. Now it's punish anyone who might ever think of conceiving a child and possibly sending this child to that certain institution of public education. Everyone gets punished because you thought parenting was hard. It is hard. You are molding. You are training the ones that are going to be there to have to take care of you when you are elderly. Yeah. Do you really want your little Bambi and Buffy and Biff taking care of you? These lovely little people that have to go to a safe room just because a bird dropped on their shoulder? Safe room. Somebody's got to do something about the birds. I need to be disinfected. Those are the people that are going to be taking care of you in your elder years. That is, if you survive. Yeah. People. Spanking is not a cure. No, it's not. And it should not be the first resort. No, it should not. But I don't think it should automatically be taken off the table when dealing with small kids. We're so preoccupied with protecting children from disappointment and discomfort that we're inadvertently excusing them from growing up. Yeah, because everybody needs a trophy. Because we can't have little Johnny feeling bad because he totally sucks at t-ball. So Since little Johnny can't feel bad, we have to change the rules so little Johnny doesn't feel bad because he sucks at T-ball. You know what? There's a lot of little kids that suck at T-ball, but they excel at something else. So instead of focusing on that suckage moment, how about you find what little Johnny excels at and help point him in that direction and let him know, damn dude, you are an overachiever. You're doing an awesome job. That over there, yeah, don't worry about it. We don't need to mess with no damn T-ball because look at what you do over here. And I'm not saying just because he excels at being a spoiled, rotten brat that you need to go, rick 'em, rack 'em, ruck 'em, ruck 'em, brat that boy. Yeah, you don't need to do that shit either. All children have a talent. Encourage that talent. Don't expect them to fit in with everyone else because they're not frickin' little cookie cutters. A young child slapping his or her parent's hand away in defiance is not cute. It's disrespectful. In my house growing up, that would have earned much more than the look from my mother. And oh yeah, my house growing up, yeah. My slapping her hand, I would have never even considered that option. That was just something that would have never even entered my mind. Never. No, my mom scares me, even now. And she's going to be 84, and she still scares me. Just for different reasons. Oh, it goes on to say, if I'm a bit old-schooled, I am. If I'm coming across as a bit of an ogre, so be it. As a parent, I can empathize with how difficult raising children can be. There are challenges, especially within the framework of divorce, when parental guilt can sometimes blur what should be the best decisions. Oh, I see that a lot too. But I don't believe making a child's wishes top priority is a demonstration of love. Nor do I believe I or the rest of the world should act as a surrogate parents for somebody's badass kids. If I think a child is badass, it's because they are an overachiever at art or music or mathematics or science or something like that. If they're being badass at being a ass munch, that's not really badass. They are spoiled, rotten brats. And that is not a badass. Not at all. That's just spoiled rotten. So, goes on to say, if you want them, deal with them. And if you wish to have children, you need to be prepared for all the fun that goes along with having children. It's not all fun and games. Sometimes you have to get a little rough. Okay, what's going on over here in the chat? Wow, you guys have really been chit-chatting a bunch. Let me get caught up here. Oh, it's only 91 where you're at, Grimmy. Damn, trade ya. Okay, let's see. I'm catching up on the chat real quick. Building permits. Who did building permit? Building permits suck. And now you have to have a frickin' building permit for just about anything in town. Out here where I live, unincorporated. Sorry, don't have to do that. Damn. Let's see. Catching up. Okay, yes, that's true, Chloe. Kids usually are the center of the parents' universe, and that's wonderful. I'm really glad that they are, because, yeah, parents really need to care about their children, but they also need to let their children know that there are things that are unacceptable, no matter who you are. And yes, Beth, they are all special. I'm slow on the uptake catching up here. Um, dun, dun, dun. Oh, good Lord. No, seriously. No, no. Please, Chloe, tell me it's not so. A new reality show, The Running Mate? Friday. I don't run. Just because it's really, wow. It's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. What? Am I not? Yeah, I am. Okay. Thank you ever so much, Vins, for the very berry haze. Ah. You know I intercepted that, don't you? Oh. Oh, B, that's so sad. Damn it all. I hate when that happens. Okay. Did I share the I'm brain farting. I really am. No, I did. Okay, I'm going to put this over here on that effing site. And I see that damn thing of giving babies injections. Who was the frickin' mental midget that came up with that shit in the first place? Because I think they need to, whoever came up with that nonsense in the first place, I think they need to get all of the inoculations that babies get within that first year of life. Only I don't think we should, take it for a whole, make it last a whole year. I think, since you're an adult and you have the adult system, you're larger. So maybe, just maybe, you need to have those, all of those injections like in a week time. Okay, couple of months. Wow. That's just so wrong. I see you, Vans. Okay. I gotta find just the right little emoji. Yeah, I think I'll do this one. Because it's... Or maybe I'll do that one. I don't know. They're moving. They're rolling. They're scrolling. They're going. Wow. Stop it. Stop it. My page is refreshing and it's like... It's not refreshing. It's making me go, ah. Okay, that'll work. Now, what's going on over on Fakey Book? I see I have some... You must be very easily pleased, Vins. Just putting that out there. Hi there, Bo Diddy. How you doing, darling? Okay. I don't remember who I don't remember if it was Rob Works or if it was Grammy that shared this over in on the effin site last week or the week before. But it's a blog post from RLM. And it was posted December 20th of 2012 by Grammy. It's Whining versus Resisting by Larkin Rose. Now, I absolutely love Larkin Rose. And, when I first saw a video of him and saw Larkin, it was like, I would have never pictured him looking like that. I don't, and, now that I see Larkin, it's like, well, see him in the videos at least. It's like... Now I can't think of what I had him mentally pictured as, but I would have, when I actually saw a video, it was like, wow, so that's what he looks like. I wouldn't have, okay. But he is a very intelligent young man, and he has a way of looking at things, and I've got to credit him with an awful lot. I think between Larkin and Circles and some people that negatively impacted my life that made me kind of see things in a different way. I think they're the ones that I really have to credit with a lot of the change that has occurred in my mindset in the last couple of years. And giving them that credit, some of them may go, don't be bringing me into this shit. Seriously, I don't want to have nothing to do with that. Yeah, Grammy, it looked very interesting to me, so I thought, yeah, we're going to go there this evening because I just feel like it. I'm in the mood. So, whining versus resisting. It's hard to keep up with all the fascist totalitarian power grabs that the megalomaniacs in Washington have been proposing recently. Slick Willie and his accomplices in Congress made huge leaps towards socialism. Then W made far bigger leaps toward both socialism and fascism. The isms, let's get the isms out of here. And I don't believe the bunk about fascism and socialism being opposites. Now we have Dangleberry trying to stampede toward complete totalitarianism. There's another frickin' ism. As fast as he can, making the others look moderate by comparison. And what are the people doing about it? Well, most Americans being utterly clueless about philosophy, economics, history, and what's going on around them, just stand around with stupid looks on their faces trying to figure out why the second coming, yes, Messiah Barry, may he live forever, why he hasn't saved the world yet. They'll be wondering that for quite a while as they wander around in their lovely little stupor, drinking their Messiah Berry Kool-Aid and feeding from the trough of propaganda and slop. Okay, I threw that stuff in there, but sorry, Larkin. I gotta tell you, hon, I take liberties with everything everybody writes, okay? Or at least my input gets thrown in there. My bad. I do like this so far, though, Larkin. Thank you very much. But I gotta admit, I'm probably going to throw some more of my shit in there. Just saying. But what about the people who at least have some clue about what's going on? What are they doing? Well, there's plenty of righteous indignation and people screaming that the sky is falling. Ah! And it is. But what are those people suggesting as a solution? What? Oh, you want me to actually, have an independent thought about how to fix it? Whoa, dude. Adulting's hard. Call your congressman and demand. Yeah, there ought to be a law. Somebody should fix it. You know, y'all are somebody, don't you know? Or, better yet, let's vote them out. Rick-em. Oh, yeah, that'll work. Yeah. Let's get a bunch of people together and show how good we are at filling in that little circle. Stay inside the lines. Or punching that hole. Make sure you get that hole punched all the way through. Can't have any hanging chats. Or pushing buttons. Ooh, that's my favorite. That pushing buttons, because it always goes the way you intended, doesn't it? Yeah. Right. If it comforts you to think that way. Whew. How long have people been suggesting those things? Well, in this country, it's been happening since before the ink on the Constitution was dry. Yeah. And what good has it accomplished? None. Even the enthusiastic grassroots, supposedly pro-freedom victories, such as the election of Ronald Reagan. And later, 1994's Republican Revolution. You do know what a revolution is, don't you? That means it goes one circle. That's one revolution. It goes completely in one circle. One circle. That's a lap or revolution. So, every time we have a revolution, we go from this one point right here and we go in a great big circle right back to that one point. Ain't it great? It's like having one foot nailed to the floor and you're just spinning in circles. How's that revolution working out for you, hon? Dizzy yet? Yeah. You'll fall for anything, won't you? Yeah, that Republican Revolution did nothing in the long run to limit the power of the megalomaniacs in Washington, D.C., or as I believe Grammy said it the other day, the District of Corruption. There was a nationwide demand for limited government. But it didn't happen. Why? Well, government. It just keeps getting bigger, while individual freedom kept crumbling. However could this be? Well, because for all their silly talk about land of the free and home of the brave, Americans think and act exactly like slaves. Oh, darling, do you see my new chains? They're just absolutely lovely. Look at all the lovely little R's all around them. Last year's were so gauche, they had D's all over them. But these R's are just lovely, darling, just lovely. And they're not nearly as heavy. No. Right. They are comfortable perpetually whining and begging their masters to please be nice, sir. But they are utterly incapable of even considering actual resistance to tyranny. They keep asking for permission to be free. Please let me be free. And when government won't give them that permission, they complacently do as they're told. Well, we can't go against the law, Dorothy. Occasionally, they talk about demanding that their congressmen support or oppose certain legislation. But it's not really a demand if it can't be enforced. It's just pathetic begging. I'm going to hold my breath until I turn blue. And then you're going to say you represent Smurfs. And you'll get extra money from the Fed. Ooh, don't I feel special? Oh, and please don't try to argue that promising to vote against a particular crook and in favor of his identical twin is enforcing anything, because it's not. You know, it's the same thing. Lewis Black was right. It's a bowl of shit. Looking in the mirror at its reflection. They take turns being the reflection or the bowl of shit, but whichever one is whichever one, they're both very good at saying, "Ew, you reek." But how do I smell? Huh? For all the celebrating that happens on July 4th, the truth is that the vast majority of Americans are scared poopless of the thought of ever not doing what they're told. So as loud and whiny as they might get, most will forever remain obedient subjects. Law-abiding little taxpayers who take great pride in how well they obey orders and play by the rules. They think like slaves, they act like slaves, and are treated like slaves. Then they complain about it. Safe room! I want my safe room. Microaggression! I need a ambulance. Personally, I hope that Dangleberry and his fellow control freaks in Congress, R&D alike, completely outlaw dissent, which I think they've actually done that, hon. We just haven't paid attention to it yet, which is okay. Don't pay attention to it because it's bullshit anyway. And ban all religion, which, yeah, they pretty much have, except for the most popular religion, which is the worship of government. Ami, 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 ami. I know, Grim, I know. Sometimes I go out on a limb and say some really risque stuff. I hope they make all private gun ownership illegal and nationalize all industry. I hope they repeal the Constitution outright, declare martial law, and post gun-toting, jackbooted fascists on every corner. I hope they impose a 100% income tax and seize all private property, and I hope they start arresting all who complain, throwing them into concentration camps and torturing and executing them. Well, can I have a lawn chair and a cooler full of adult beverages and some popcorn? Because I'm thinking there's an awful lot of millennials that are going to go before me. Safe room! Safe room! I'm a heartless heifer. And I love it. Yeah, but, he goes on to say, if all that happens, maybe, just maybe, Americans will grow up. They might even grow a spine and start actually resisting. And by resisting, I don't mean pressing buttons in voting booths or writing your congressman. I mean real kind of resisting. Disobeying the masters. Unfortunately, I'm not sure the American sheeple still have it in them to do that, no matter how bad things get. We'll know for sure soon enough. Larkin Rose. Larkin, that couldn't be any more appropriate than it is right now, hun. Wow. With Comrade Shrillery. And seriously, the poor FBI guy that had to go and make that statement, I'm sure I would bet you dollars to Bitcoin, or dog turds for that matter, that he drew the short straw. That he was the one that was made to go in front of the cameras and spew that nonsense. I'm sure as soon as he finished with that spewage, he went home and flossed quickly just to use up the last of the dental floss, so that won't be one of the mysterious ways that he leaves this earthly plane. Because, they get quite inventive with their suicides lately. Like shooting yourself in the back of the head twice. Wow, that's an overachiever. That's someone that's really wanting to get the job done, don't you think? And yeah, I'm sure there's an awful lot of people in the District of Corruption that are shitting their depends right and left. Which is why it is most definitely fitting that I refer to it as the sewer or the septic system of the nation. It really is. It is it's the sphincter. Although it does serve a purpose because it lets the shit out. Unfortunately, that shit, they have a great big fan, and that shit is constantly hitting that fan, and it's spreading across the rest of the country because they're on the east and it has nowhere to go but to the rest of us. It's one of them oscillating fans, don't you know? Larkin, darling, you're prophetic. How in the hell? No, Beth, I'm sorry, there's no safe rooms in camps. Oh, sure, they will tell you. They'll tell you that it's a safe room. Yeah, it's kind of like the Hotel California. You may enter, but you will never leave. At least not of your own accord. Of course, a lot of those people that go into safe rooms, they probably get dragged out kicking and screaming. No, it's scary out there. People actually say things that I disagree with. And they repeat them in my face. Poor babies. Vince, honey, have you had your picture taken with everyone? Y'all's a shameless hussy, don't you know? I know, I see you already quit. You bounced. Hey, is Vince a tigger? A T-I-double-G-er? The wonderful thing about tigers is tigers are wonderful things. There's something, and their tails are made out of springs. I always remember that next, or forget. Yeah, that. I always forget that next line. Damn it. Okay, I'm going to share this Larkin Rose over here on Fakey Book. I'm not going to hold my breath as to how many might read it, but it needs to be shared. Anyway. Very appropriate. I'll just put that. Just very appropriate. Okay, and I'll put that over on the effing side as well, although I know Grimmy shared it over there the other day, but that's been a few days ago, and if I remember my Andrew Breitbart, rest his soul, he said share it often. Inundate people with it, because that will get people to at least eventually go, hey, I remember seeing something about that. That was the Breitbart advice. Let's see. And where is... Yeah, this is a cool beans. This is a cool beans. Thank you ever so much, Grimmy, by the way, for sharing that, because that was... Yeah. Cool. Okay. Dang! It's already a quarter after? Dang. I've been at this a while, and I've really been a jibber and a jabber in. Okay, let me see what else is going on here. Hi, Herberto. Hi, Daryl. I see you, sweetheart. Daryl's another one of those wonderful, wonderful people that I have been truly blessed to have them fall into my life. Not lap, but life, you know. Tumble in, fall in. The universe saw fit to put them where I would go, hey, I like you. You're kind of cool. I'm going to go to my pocket and see if I put anything in there worth a hooty hoot. I don't know more. What is I don't know more? What is I don't know more? I put that in my pocket. What is it? Oh, it's a peaceful revolution. I will go ahead and share this over here. It's just a site, basically. I'm the only one. Oh, thank you ever so much, Godzilla. Okay. The engineer is Casey Jones. Whee! Oh, okay. They're bouncy, trouncy, pouncy, flouncy, fun, 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 fun. One of the most wonderful things about Tiggers is I'm the only one. I know. I just had to go there. Sorry. No, I'm not. Thanks, Godzilla. Godzilla. I gotta say that right. I keep wanting to say Godzilla, but no, it's Godzilla. Okay. Let me see what this one is. Ah, okay. I'm going to do this one just because. This is from Victor Zamet.com. A lawyer presents a case for the afterlife. Why beliefs are so hard to shift. I mean, if I'm going to do craziness stuff tonight, I may as well do this kind of craziness stuff too, right? Because I'm reading something from a lawyer. Okay, number 1, emotion. Beliefs are directly associated with emotion. When someone tries to tell people that they have the wrong beliefs, their feelings are deeply hurt. Cue the wambulance. All information not consistent with cherished beliefs leads to feelings of discomfort and insecurity. Number 2, psychological. There is a psychological principle called cathexis. Is that how you say that? It's a powerful psychological bonding with a belief which evidence and logic often cannot penetrate. Egad. Number 3, biology. Beliefs have biological and spiritual consequences. A particularly strong belief will form neurological connections in the physical brain and will encumber the spiritual brain or the mind. Number 4, addictive conduct. Such as, or just as someone with a very high addiction to cigarettes finds it virtually impossible to resist smoking, a person with embedded beliefs can find reading about them very strongly addictive. Yeah. Number 5, selective memory. Oh, I think we all have that one. The mind can play tricks on us by filtering out memories which don't match our beliefs. We cherish those memories and repress other information as if it never existed. Oh, I've done that a time or two myself. And you know what? When your belief system changes, those repressed memories come back. Sometimes to haunt you. Just saying. Number 6, early environmental conditioning. This is where public education steps in. Why they want your children in preschool now, as young as 3 years old or 2 years old. Gotta get them in early. Gotta start training them. Early environmental conditioning. This is a most critical and powerful influence on what beliefs we will have. Sociologists claim that you can predict the behavior of a person if you know his or her place of birth, religion, education, and critical influences. Number 7, an attitude to evidence. Those who accept unreasonable beliefs have not been taught to value evidence. They are not applying the objective-subjective test of validity. What is really sad is that far too many people go into denial, which is not that river in Egypt, not wanting to change their beliefs once. They cross over into the afterlife, and they needlessly find themselves in a very limiting environment and resist opportunities for help and growth. And wow, although there's lots and lots of scrolly room, that's it. Wow, that was a quickie. I feel better. How about you? I know Godzilla-ry. And yes, I am Count Dorkula. I'm going to have to use that next time I do the dork table, which will not be this weekend, by the way, people. I will not be here Friday or Saturday because I'm going to see my grandbabies. So there. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. And I'm actually going to get to see the mountains at the same time. So, woohoo! Oh, well. But I will be back next week, Wednesday and Friday. But this week, yeah, Friday, nah. You're going to have to hang on the Freaker Friday with just Grim and Moose. and whoever else decides to step in, which if someone else wishes to step in, more power to you, darling. Go for it. Okay, I'm going to put this over here on Fakey Book as well. And then I will have to put it on Effin side as well, because I'm thinking I saw this over on IP, which is Informed Planet, for those of you that are not members. Yep. It helps when I can spell. Yeah, it does. Okay. Paste. Oh, shh. I sprung a leak. Oops. My bad. Okay. I gotta do this prim and proper, and yeah. Well, not prim, but proper. Well, not even proper for me. It is me, after all. Okay. I think it's high time, low time, sometime, better get around to it time, to go check out Oopie. Because I haven't been to Oopie yet. And oh, okay. This guy is just freaking nuts. Just, yeah. Wow. Okay. I don't know what. Oh, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one do I? Because minor league baseball team to wear cat-themed uniforms in celebration of Catter Day, which that would be freaking funny. Or a Brazilian activist who puts his head in a bin of snakes and tarantulas. No, because I'll have nightmares. Or how about an emotionally needy kangaroo clings to his rescuer? That's not clinging, hun. That's humping. Just putting that out there. Or how about, I'll go with this one, because this is the height of... A Kentucky man attempts to rob a Chuck E. Cheese during a job interview. Number one, you got to be just a little bit on the mentally deranged side to intentionally go to Chuck E. Cheese's without a pack of children. And actually, I think you have to actually be even more mentally deranged to do it with a pack of children, although I have done that a time or two. And yeah, I lost several layers of sanity, which is why I am the way I am. Yeah, I got all kinds of excuses. Trust me, I got a lot of them. Wow. But to actually apply for a job there. And then, well, let's find out, shall we? A Kentucky man attempted to rob a local Chuck E. Cheese while participating in a job interview on Wednesday. Well, the only thing that would have made this better was, is he from Florida? Inquiring minds want to know. Police Lieutenant Andrew Daughtry, told the Lexington Herald Leader that the manager of Chuck E. Cheese said that the man came into the Lexington location to get a job application at 2 p.m. and returned at 4 p.m. for an interview. Daughtry said that the man announced that he wanted to rob the restaurant and implied that he had a firearm. The manager reportedly told the man that he did not have access to the safe and advised the would-be robber to leave the premises. According to WTVQ, police said the man apologized to Chuck E. Cheese employees and began to cry. I'm thinking his plan did not go as planned, and so, safe room! Police continue to search for the unidentified man and hoped to track him down with the information provided in his interview if it was truthful. Well, I'm thinking, wow. Just, wow. Oh, that's your hometown, Chloe? Oh, wow. That's like... I don't know, but that... That's like, holy crap-a-noli. Wow. I would like to know if he got the job, though. Because that would be definitely. He should have gone, I was just testing your security measures because I don't want to work anywhere where I don't feel safe. See, if he would have been quick-witted, he would have come up with that. But no, he had to apologize and sob. And I'm laughing at his discomfort because I'm kind of inappropriate like that. Oh, wow, Chloe. We don't have fun stuff like that go on out here in Booneyville. Shit. That is pretty funny. Wowzer. I'm not going to be able to walk into Chuck E. Cheese without thinking of that now. You know that, don't you? I mean, that's just not that I really want to, but because the pizza's not really that great, and all of those screaming little ones. And have you seen the video of the brat that I was talking about earlier in the show? There is a video on YouTube of a bratty little shit, and I mean to tell you, this child, most definitely, someone spoiled the child because they spared the rod, and this child should have gotten some whooping on his little backside. Because I'm thinking he's 4 or 5 years old, and he was going up, and it's skee ball. Now, don't mess with me when I'm playing skee ball. I totally suck at it, but I know I'm a trained professional, and I'll get the hang of it eventually. So don't mess with me, and don't take my skee ball balls. But I saw the video of this kid, and he was running across the lanes of them and stealing people's balls and then throwing them up there, and then he was throwing them at people, and they had security people come up, and this little shit was running between legs and spitting on people, and I'm thinking, whoa, this is a child that most definitely is going to spend an awful lot of time in the Gray Bar Hilton when he gets just a wee bit older. Yeah, I'm going to have to see if I can find that video now. Why? Because it's like, this is what you do not allow your children to do. Period. This is not cute. This is not funny. This is a yum kind of moment where obviously two people were not meant to go forth and reproduce, because this was the result of it. Wow. Okay, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna say on this on Facebook. There we go. That is cute, though. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Oopie. Oopie, what's going on in Oopie? Hey, a Colorado ghost town is listed for $350,000 on Craigslist. Wee-haw! Man, that's just pocket change. Cabin Creek, Colorado. The 3 C's. Apparently, the owner of the Colorado ghost town is offering the property complete with a service station and a motel. Oh, Lord. Here's Johnny. It's for sale on Craigslist. James Johnson placed an ad on Craigslist offering the ghost town of Cabin Creek, located near Byers in Adams County, for a mere $350,000. Like I said, pocket change. Oh, I have that in Monopoly Bunny. I'm sure you're not going. Yeah. Never mind. That would be cool, though. How cool would that be to own a ghost town? Because then you could, like, buy a whole bunch of white sheets and wander around and either have toga parties or ghost parties. It's a ghost town. You could have all kinds of fun. Okay, I could have all kinds of fun. I don't know about anybody else, but I would have a good time there. At least until I ran out of booze or pot or whatever the hell. Or food. That's kind of a necessity, don't you think? Food. Ay. Okay. Let me find. I gotta find just the. Oh, there he is. This'll work. Oop. Oop. Okay. Now I gotta get back to that. There we go. Okay. Cabin Creek includes an old service station with a large garage, a cafe, a motel, and a small house, a private shooting range, and, but wait, there's more, an RV parking area. Booyah! Have a huge family? Want to start a business? Need a huge shop? Hey, racing fans! Fix and flip. Why would racing fans want it? Just want acreage out of town? Own it all, so the listing reads. We've had so many people look, it's just amazing, said Johnson. Excuse me, Johnson purchased the property decades ago after it was already been dormant for several years. The couple who owned the town ran the cafe, served the best chicken fried steak in the state. Byers resident and former Cabin Creek regular Joan Lippett said. There was a murder there, and there was some people that they took in and felt sorry for or something, and they found out the couple had money. Then everything just literally, there was nobody here. So these buildings sat totally vacant. Nothing going on out here for a number of years. Johnson said he had originally intended to turn the ghost town into a roadside attraction, but he is now selling it to fund his retirement with his wife. Huh. We're looking at Idaho or Montana, I think, and we're ready to get out of town, even farther than this. Get the hell out of town. Damn it, this town ain't big enough for the three of us. You, your wife, and the ghosties. 'Cause, you know, a ghostie doesn't count as a full person. So if you have to take all the ghosties and put them together, and that makes one. So see? That's my logic. Faulty as it is still mine. Ask and ye shall receive. Thank you. Oh, that is so too, Godzilla-y. I hadn't really thought of that, yeah. But see, what if he really wanted to be Chuck E. Cheese? Maybe that was his goal in life, was to be Chuck E. Cheese. I want to be Chuck E. Cheese. You know, Willie Shatner would have been a really good Chuck E. Cheese. He's about as cheesy as they get. Oh, goodness. Okay. I gotta share this one real fast. And then I'll go see what else Oopie has to offer. Let me see. Ireland. Ireland's Tulescaherny? Tulescaherny. Is that Tulescaherny? I'll get it right. That's kind of like, I was at work today. We sell Husqvarna. Okay, they're Husqvarna. But we sell Husqvarna riding mowers and push mowers and weed eaters and leaf blowers, and we sell Husqvarna, the whole Husqvarna line. And I'm needing an air filter for my older model Husqvarna push mower. Like it's several years older model. Like they don't carry that air filter anymore. That's how older model it is. And I'm in there showing it to the parts manager, and I'm going, Husqvarna? And he just looked at me, and I went, you know, that really is kind of a fun word to say, isn't it? So I'm just kind of bebopping around the place, which they're used to me doing that. They know I'm weird. They work with me. And I'm going, Husqvarna? Husqvarna? And just all kinds of... And finally, the boss stepped out of his office and said, are you entertaining yourself? And I went, whatever gave you that idea? And he just kind of looked at me and said, don't you have somewhere to be? I hate it when they actually expect me to earn my paycheck. But yeah, I did have somewhere to be. And he wasn't able to find the part number. But I was having fun. What the hell? But yeah, Husqvarna. Say that. That's a fun word. Oh, yes, I am very... Vans, I am very easily entertained. I had to tell Vince because, yeah. He, for some silly reason, that just trips his trigger. When someone says easily, he thinks they're talking about him. So it's like, okay, Vince, just so you know, I know what you're doing. Okay. This is a very disobedient dog, and it refuses to return its owner's cell phone. Why? Because it's got a hot and heavy date going on with its bae. It's Bo, and he's got a date with Bae. Bae Bo, Bo Bae. In Telescairney. Tulescairney. Catherine's going to tell me, you're crazy, woman. I know that, Catherine. I know that. Apparently, an Irish woman captured video of her brother's struggle with a mischievous golden retriever that ran off with his phone. I'm thinking Puppy thought, dude, throw the stick or I'll bite the phone. That would be funny. I can see why you would do that. Okay, let me put that there. Oops. Wait a minute. So, I had to copy a link real fast. Okay. The video posted on Facebook by Emir O'Donnell shows a golden retriever, Bo, running from O'Donnell's brother Sean after swiping the man's phone. The video shows Bo dodge Sean for more than a minute while carrying the phone and refusing orders to sit down. The world's worst dog, and I still won't change him, O'Donnell wrote on Facebook. That's not a bad doggy. That's a doggy saying, put down the bleeding phone and play with me. Throw the stick, damn it, man. Throw the stick. I know that sucked too, but I don't care. She also told website Joe that the phone was eventually returned to Sean undamaged, although quite slobbery, I'm sure. The phone was still intact. He's constantly running off with things. He had one of our chickens in his mouth 10 minutes later. Ah, well, did the chicken live? Inquiring minds want to know. Oh. Okay. Okay, I gotta share this. Finish typing that. Okay, there we go. Now, what's going on over here in the chat? What? The Minnesota March from the movie for... Oh, God, I can't do that. Oh, shit. Somebody already was. Chicken fried steak. Chicken fried steak. How do you get chickens to... I don't know. How do you get chickens to cook? I see. I see. March from the... I can't... No, see, I can't do it. need to join me because you can do those accents. I totally suck at it, but I do it anyway because I suck at it. And I know that if you're listening, you're going, egads, stop it. By the way, you do an excellent Sean Connery. I don't, but I don't care. Oh, okay. I'm a peek in my pocket. I'm a pocket peeker. I really haven't put a whole hell of a lot in my pocket the last few days. Jeepers, I think it's probably because I've actually been pretty freaking busy, and that's really sad. Okay. Did I do the truth over Roswell finally revealed? I don't remember if I did that or not. I really need to clean my pocket out. The lint bunnies are getting massive. Oh, I told the people that were at work today. We had a young couple that was broke down yesterday actually. Rather expensive to fix as well. They were in today with their two puppies, which you know me and little fur babies. I was playing with puppies. While, because they would let the leash in so I could actually read them while I was on the phone or whatever. But her mom showed up because the vehicle that they broke down in was the folks's. So, hey, they didn't have to pay the bill. It was the folks that got to pay it. Ouch. Still a big bada boom bad bill. Transfer case, I believe, is what shelled out on them. Not cheap. But they were so fun. Oh my goodness. They were so, and mom and dad were doing the biking vacation. And so they were having a blast and celebrating their 30th anniversary, which is booyah, way to go, congrats, and all that fun stuff. And this young couple has only been married like a year or so, and so they're still in that mushy phase where they really, really like each other. It was really cute to watch. And yet I had to turn my head because it's like, oh, God. Wow. But I told them that I would definitely mention them this evening because they were so fun to chit-chat with. And, oh, God, I brought them, because, you're road tripping and you're not expecting to break down and you're not expecting to have a breakdown that costs a couple grand to fix and all this other fun stuff. And, well, I happened to buy some of those popsicles, the tube popsicle thingies. So, and it was hot today, so we're sitting around sharing popsicles and just BSing, and it really was quite fun. And see, that's probably the best description of what I do most days is people break down, and especially in the summertime we have a lot of breakdowns because it's hot. And people don't realize that if you don't keep your fuel tank at least half when you're out here driving in the heat and the crosswind and all that other fun stuff, you can take out a fuel pump real quick out here. Yeah. Or a transmission if you're pulling a trailer. So we get an awful lot of breakdown, travelers coming through. And bless his heart, my parts guy absolutely refuses to charge highway labor rates. And there's an awful lot of places that do. It's usually at least $5 an hour more than the regular shop labor rate. He refuses to do it. He says, God damn it, I've broke down on the highway and someone treated me like a decent individual and didn't nail me with the highway rate. And I'm not doing it to someone else. That's his way of paying forward. He's not, because we actually do have a highway rate, but he doesn't charge them. And that's good. And he doesn't charge list on the parts either. He always cuts it, especially when it's a situation like this. He always cuts them a deal on the parts. So he's awesome. He's amazing. And it really, truly is an honor to work with him, just as much as it's an honor to work with the guys that back in the shop that fix the vehicles, because They are awesome. They are awesome. And they get people taken care of very quickly, and they are the kind of mechanics that they don't blow smoke up your ass and say, "Oh, well, your tail light fluid is low. We're going to have to refill that." No, when they find whatever the problem is with your car, they bring you back and they show you what's wrong with your car and explain to you why this needs to be tended to right now. Because a lot of times people are very reticent, especially when you start talking about big dollars. And so when you have someone explaining to you just exactly why, I would not, if this was my wife or my child that was going to be driving this vehicle, I would not let them drive this vehicle, just saying. So I work with some absolutely amazing people, which makes my job really not, except there are times when it's quite stressful because I have to do a lot of research figuring out how to get people taken care of warranty-wise and all that fun stuff. But it's also very rewarding, very fun, and I learn a lot. And I've learned how to speak corporatese, which scares me sometimes, and yet it works. Because I've been getting things paid for that a lot of other people would go, "Wow, you really got that through?" "Yeah. Yep. Got it paid." "Oh yeah, booyah." In other words, I can string a line. Yeah, I can. But I wanted to do a shout out because I told them the name of my that's right, Cowboy Tech, you better check that taillight fluid level. Let's see. Yeah, Beth. Yep. Um. Oh, hey. Thank you very much, Godzillary. Yeah. Ow, pulling leg hairs. Oh, sweetheart, that sounds painful. But yeah, we've got. I wanted to give them a shout out because, yeah, they're going to be listening in. Or she said she was going to try and catch a podcast. And bless their hearts, they're so wonderful. They were awesome, awesome people. And actually, the daughter makes wands, like for wren fins. Because I was telling them about the grandkids and how the youngest grandson, when he says Harry Potter, occasionally it's still Harry Potter. Because he's still got a little bit of that British accent from when they were over in the UK. So it's quite fun. We had a wonderful chit-chat. Wonderful chit-chat. And it's always fun, when you can help people like that. So see, I may bitch and moan and groan and complain that I have to go to work and all this other fun stuff, but I enjoy it. I really do. I have a good time meeting all of these people and being able to help them out, because I've been in that situation and it totally sucks to be broke down hundreds of miles from home and know that it's going to be very pricey to get your vehicle out of there so you can get home. So yeah, I know how that is. There you go, Rob Works. Straighten him out. Yeah, because they don't use fuel. They use fluid. Silly guys. Just come on by. I'll top it off for you. For a nominal fee. Oh, and you also might want to check your blinker lube. So many people forget to check that. And it really is very important, especially the blinkers that are, if you have a vehicle that has the blinkers in the rear views. I don't, but there are some people that do. And this high-tech stuff, it takes the high-dollar blinker lube. So be sure to have that checked. Y'all are just nuts. That's all there is to it. I must be contagious. Oh well. Did I share the naughty puppy? I don't remember if I did or not. It's not on Fakey Book. Oh well, I am getting to where... Yes. No, I haven't shared the naughty puppy. Speaking of tails, tail wagging. There you go. Now I shared it over there. And I will put it over on that effin' site as well, just because. And wow, I'm almost out of time. Whatever shall I do for like the next 5 or 6 minutes? I could sing to you, but, well, I don't think the FEMA camps are ready for people that really need to be. It would be traumatized for life. Seriously. Grammy, we don't have any puppy dog things. Do we? It's a good puppy. So I'll just do the froggy one. Okay. And I will put that over here. Now, Oopie, I'll just check Oopie one more time just because, seeing as how. That too. Or maybe I'll check Fark. Fark. Oh, hey, I haven't been to the pig in a while. Let me go check out the pig. I want to see what happened this date in history because, well, this date is going to go down in history next year, I'm sure, or maybe yesterday will be in history for Hambo's this date in history, as in the day that it just died. It just crawled up in a little ball and just died. Ah, the word of the day, corruption, definition, Hillary Clinton. Well, honey. And today's question of the day is, how badly has Comey damaged the FBI? Oh, I'm thinking shot themselves in the foot through the mouth. Kinda. Quotable quotes for today is, it would be refreshing if Comey had simply admitted she's guilty as hell and should be charged. But I won't recommend that because I'm a weasel for a weasel like me, political expediency supersedes doing my sworn duty. Good job there, Hambo. Weasley. I'm thinking he did not want to die suspiciously of, choking on an unusually large ball of dental floss, or accidentally hanging himself and almost decapitating himself with dental floss. I'm sure dental floss will be involved one way or another. I just have this feeling. Oh well. This date in history, 1701. By the way, it is July the 6th, 1701. Not today, but never mind. A terminally fun guy named Captain William Kidd rises to new heights when he is elevated above the merely mortal at the end of a hangman's noose. Ah, terminally fun guy. Fun guy as in fungus. Is that the plural of fungus? Fungi. Why is fungus singular and fungi plural? I would think it would be fungi and fungus the other way around. That's kind of like hemorrhoid and asteroid. Just don't make sense. Okay, this date in history, 1848. Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo ends the Mexican-American War. Mexican caterwauling kicked into higher gear and continues unabated, which is why we now have Mexifornia. This date in history, 1917, a Brit named T.E. Lawrence pulls off a good one on Turkey when he captures the critical port of Agaba by attacking from the desert. Oh, wow, I did. Thanks, Hambo. And finally, this date in history, 1971. Tricky Dicky Nixon organizes White House plumbers unit to plug news leaks, presidential resignation infamy locked and loaded. Well, And that was this date in history, according to the fun guys over there on piggazette.com. And it has gotten close to the end of my time, so I am going to probably go ahead and round this up. Y'all have been listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair here on this Wackadoodle Wednesday on RLM or RealLibertyMedia.com, Channel 3. Also, the RLM Internet Radio channel, Tune in, the RLM Tune In channel, and the RLM Spreaker channel. Thanks, everyone, for listening in and playing along. I will not be here Friday or Saturday because I'm grandbabying. But Grimner and Moosey will be here Friday evening for the Freakers Ball, so be sure to check that out. That's at 11 o'clock Eastern Time, I believe. And then on Saturday, Sullivanor with the Sullivanor event will be on at 9 o'clock Central Time, 10 o'clock Eastern on UCY.tv. And then the Dork Table directly following Sullivanor on RLM with Flash. And I'm not sure who he's going to get to cohort with him, but he is planning on dorking around without me. Then Saturday afternoon, I believe it's 4 p.m. Eastern Time, is Kira with The Bridge. And then 8 p.m. Eastern Time is Bo Diddy with some bodacious tunage. Sunday, mark your calendars, Sunday at 11 o'clock my time, noon Eastern Time, Grammy with the blues to lead you into Hal Anthony with Behind the Woodshed, where he's going to open up a can of whoop ass and use it on yo ass to keep you from becoming one of those whining little, I need my safe space. Teach you a lesson, and you best pay attention. I will be back